Drop dubs, hit routes, so yeah, we on the move. From the paint to the pocket, got nothing to prove. Precision in the pass, rhythm in the run. Every play, every day, till the work is done. Yeah. Step on the field, I'm reading the D. Eyes wide open, ain't fooling me. Pump fake, sidestep. I'm breaking the press from baseline to sideline. I'm bringing my best. Snap back, quick glance. I'm calling the play. Hoop dreams and touchdowns. I'm making my way. No look behind the back. Fred in the scene. Every angle, let me shout. I'm chasing the dream. Drop times, hit routes in the deep, no doubt. From the field to the hardwood, hear the crowd shout. Pass it, dish it, through traffic. We find.
What is up, everybody? Appreciate you tuning in to Passion and Precision. We are back for another week. Got a lot to talk about. We have some rants. Got Final Burn, obviously, so make sure you stick around to see who makes it on the Final Burn. And we have a little new segment at the end of the show as well, so stay tuned for that. But before we get into all that, first off, got Jory. She's not unhinged this week. There's Jory. How are you doing?
I should have changed it because I am.
Okay. So we'll say that you are. You might be unhinged, Jory. What's up, Sergeant?
Yes.
Okay. How are you?
I am okay. There's been quite a few things that have managed to piss me off. Starting Sunday, I'm like, we can't even get through a day of football without me having something to put on the damn grill.
Yeah.
Just all week. I'm like, damn, is the moon full? I'm like, what is going on? But I'm very excited. And then L'Jarius Sneed. More on him later.
Yes. All right. So up other corner, we have Key. Key, what's going on? How you doing?
None. I'm good. The end of the work week is over. It's good. But that's an echo somewhere. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's an echo.
Let me see. Yeah, I don't hear it now.
Yeah, I don't hear it now either. You'll be good.
Okay. So I guess we're good. Yeah, fix this up. So yeah, got a lot we're gonna talk about.
Tell me I got to turn my fan off every time.
Huh? No, I think we're good. Yeah, because I don't hear anything. But yeah, we got a lot to get into. Got some NBA, some NFL, and we'll lead into Final Burn at the end of the show. All right, Sergeant says we're good now. So appreciate that, Sergeant. Appreciate the feedback. Let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get into our first topic. Nico Harrison fired by the Dallas Mavericks. You know, he's been.
Echo's back.
Oh. Whose end is it on? Is it my end? Let me try something. All right. That better?
I think we good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was weird. But yeah. So we have the Mavericks move on from Nico. We all know he was under fire from. Oh, now I'm hearing it again.
Do you think it got something to do with it? Don't got something to do with the vertical, do it?
Let me see. Oh. Oh wait, maybe it did, because now I feel like we're good again. All right. But Nico obviously was the spearhead of the Luka trade, which hasn't worked out. Even though they got Cooper Flag, the Mavericks are off to a terrible start, and now Nico's out there living his life, gone from running the Mavericks. I guess the first question, well, actually, not really a question. Just what are your thoughts on the whole Nico firing? I guess the trade looking even worse for him. Because I feel like I can't ask if it was justified, because I feel like we all think this could have happened before now. But Jordan, when you saw that Nico Harrison was fired, were you surprised by it, by the timing, or did you feel like it needed to happen?
It needed to happen because it was his presence. I've never seen anything like this. His sheer presence was becoming a detriment to this team on the court.
Mm-hmm.
One team and not getting the maximum of what you could have gotten in return is definitely a fireable offense. Um, the only reason why he made it this long is because he had sold ownership and everybody else on it. And then they see how this backfired. And then think about the public perception. It's been terrible from the get-go. You've done nothing. But put your foot in your mouth every time you open your mouth. We all saw this coming. A blind man could have saw this coming. Like, it had to happen now, though, because it was clearly affecting the play on the court. If you see fire Nico during free throws, it's like the home fans are hostile towards their own organization. He had to go.
Yeah. What's going on, Millie Boy? It says that the Warriors fan can't thank him enough for paying Clay. That's
I
another
got
move
something
that.
about Clay.
Yeah, I mean that's another move that he just look he of all people could not stand them starting off the way that they did. The minute that the season looked like they were in tank mode, even though they just got a gift from the league, getting Cooper Flag. Even though I feel like Cooper Flag's playing out of position with this whole point guard thing, but that's for Jason Kidd to kind of figure out. But he knew after last season he was not going to have a long leash this season. I was a little bit surprised that they did it so early in the season, but based off of everything from last year, I wasn't shocked by it. I kind of thought if you're going to do it this early in the year, you might as well just done it in the offseason. But that's just
The last straw was the fan approaching the owner.
That's true.
That was the last straw.
Yeah.
That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even worried about the product on the court. They want Nico ass up out of there. And speaking of courts, the niggas, I can't stand these solid courts. Every week we're going to have an NBA Cup game. I am going to complain about a court. I can't stand it. It makes my neurodivergence act up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like that's going to be something that's ever changing. But I guess, Key, what were your thoughts on the Nico firing? How surprised were you by it?
Wasn't surprised. No, he should have been fired that day he did it. How you gonna trade? First off, you traded Quentin Grimes to Philly. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Now look what you're doing. Then you go and trade Luka for AD. How's that working out for you? How's that working for you? AD is back to being street clothes.
Working out great for me.
Right, but they didn't. Well, for Brunson, they didn't even give him a chance to match. Brunson's already out the door to New York. So Dallas didn't Brunson been rolled out before Dallas even counter offered that deal for Brunson. So I mean, but Nico, yeah, he deserved to get booted, and then the crowd didn't help much, saying fire Nico. It was just a matter of time before they was going to do what they do. Kyrie's still hurt, coming off of ACL. You don't know when he's coming back. Anthony Davis hurt again, nothing new. You got Cooper Flag as a point guard right now. I think Derek Lively is coming back, so at least you have him. I know PJ Washington not playing tonight. You might as well get rid of AD and Clay and just start over. Just gonna be a few years for y'all be relevant again. Just start over, because Clay literally is not the same Clay Thompson. He already got 4 rings. I mean, he don't need to do nothing else, but he still should be serviceable. But he too busy with Meg, so I don't know if that's throwing off his game. It shouldn't, but it just seems like since he's been with her, he hasn't been playing well. So just blow it up, start fresh. There you go.
Yeah. And look, I feel like he should have seen this coming. He should have been prepared for this. Trade Clay for some of that Dallas barbecue.
Barbecue. I'll definitely take the barbecue.
Everyone's hurt because he fired Casey Smith. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this was probably the least surprising storyline of the early season, but I don't know how much better the Mavs season will get after this, because they still have the issues with Clay's performance. Kyrie is still hurt. AD has missed some time. Cooper Flag is still adjusting. Like, I just don't know if it gets better for the Mavericks this year.
Poor Jason Kidd. He don't deserve this crap.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one person I feel bad for. Jason
He better not
Kidd.
go down for
And
the fault of it.
how
It ain't
he
his
looked
fault.
at that press conference? Did you see how he looked at that press conference?
Yeah.
I feel it. I felt it, and I felt that in my soul. I feel bad for him. And I kind of feel bad for Cooper Flag, because this is a hot mess in the making. They're thinking about, I'm also hearing that they're thinking about trying to get rid of Kyrie too and just blowing it up.
I don't understand waiting around for a guy 33 coming off of the injury that Kyrie is coming back from. Jason Kidd's a legend. He deserves way better. I agree with that.
I grew up watching the man play. He definitely deserves better than his mess.
Mm-hmm.
And again, he better not take the fault for this, because it definitely ain't his fault. He don't control the GM and what players he get. He don't control who gets traded. All he there is to coach the guys that's in front of him. So he cannot be the fault at this, because it ain't him.
Absolutely. All right. Let's go Brian Daboll. It was a rough year for him, his Giants team. Past couple of weeks, they've given up fourth quarter leads, which really brought about the conversation of how long does Daboll really have in New York. We learned not that long. He gets fired, 20-40 record, 1-1 in the playoffs. I guess once again, how surprised were you the Giants moved off of Brian Daboll?
I mean, they told us if they didn't go to the playoffs, they were going to fire him. Anyway, they told us that
That
a
was
long
probably
time
the
ago.
wildest thing they said before the season even started.
And that's why I blame ownership. That dysfunctional ass owner. When you put people in lame duck situations and you give them this false sense of security. Well, he already knew his job was fried anyway. But he knew he was a dead man walking. He's panicking to do anything to try to save his job.
Yeah.
Like, now Dart He got to learn how to protect himself. I get it. You're a frat bro. You and the
Should that?
psychopath running back. I get it. I really get it. Protect yourself. But on the other hand, Brian Dayball isn't a defensive specialist. The defense had a multitude of fourth quarter collapses this season.
That's true.
Locker room, if not, he had already lost it. So I get why they made the move.
All right. Yeah. I believe Jameis Winston starting this week.
Yeah, I don't know. That was confusing to me too, because I'm like, if you're so mad at Russ that you're barking at medical staff, don't you think that it would be better off to make him QB3?
Those are the questions that need to be answered. But look, at least we get Reverend Jameis out here.
My God, it's about to get entertaining.
Mm-hmm. All right. Key.
So, Dayball, we already knew he was going to get the boot this year. Once dude Russ out there and he wasn't performing right, it was just a matter of time before they were going to put Jackson Dart in. All right, so Jackson Dart comes in there. He has some spark. I'm like, all right, cool. Jackson Dart going to be it. But Jackson Dart don't know how to protect himself. He's been in concussion protocol in that tent 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say the game that they won against the Giants, he was concussed in. And they just didn't do anything.
Yep.
We all thought that Dart was going to save Dable. No. This last Philly game is what broke him, honestly. This game is what was over the hump. Because apparently there was some arguments behind the scenes. He was yelling at somebody. I don't know who he was yelling at. I don't know if it was Kafka. I don't know who he was going in at having a problem with. But that was that was the last straw that broke the camel's back. So, Scatterboo went down. Neighbors already went down. Now you are left with Jackson Dart and the Brady Bunch and the Recess Kids, because that's who's left. Their defense is doable. Their defense isn't bad. Brian Burns right now, I think, is leading the league in sacks. You still got Thibodeau on a 5th-year option. Are they going to bring him back, or is Tavon Thibodeau going to test the waters? You still got Dexter Lawrence, got Abdul Carter. That defense is actually good. Oh, is me echoing? I don't hear an echo. After I talk my point, I'll go out and come back in. But it was bound for them to go. In my opinion, Dable is better as an OC. You saw what he did with the Buffalo Bills and that offense. He had Josh Allen. I think he can be serviceable head coach maybe somewhere else or another OC. So I think he's just better as an OC in my opinion.
Take him as an OC.
I feel like he'll get a job somewhere on somebody's staff. All right. Sajin is a better. Sajin's our sound engineer tonight.
I'm not hearing the echoing at all.
Yeah, I don't hear it either.
Even when you're saying I'm not hearing it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see where he says a little bit. Okay. Okay, so he said you're good. Okay. All right. We'll go through with it. So Dayball, I feel like will probably get a job on somebody's staff in the offseason. He shouldn't be hanging around too long. There's already rumors that he could be going back to Buffalo if Joe Brady gets a job either in the NFL or at LSU, where apparently he's a guy high up on their list for that job. So we'll see. Maybe Josh Allen and Dayball have a reunion.
Dayball ass not going to LSU. Do you know where he
No, it's
came
saying Joe
from?
Brady might leave Buffalo to go to LSU, and then Dayball would go back to Buffalo.
That makes no sense to me. But okay.
All right, let's go. Lamar Jackson. Bleacher Report does a story. I can't remember the author's name, but basically said Lamar Jackson is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL today. I read that and I was like, I can get behind that. Now the author did go a little bit further and say, and of all time. That's where I
Oh
think
hell no.
might have went a little bit too far. So we'll argue the first point. Is Lamar the most overrated quarterback in the game today, in your eyes?
One of them.
Okay.
About Lamar. And I'm not. I'm gonna make. I'm gonna be positive first before I put my spin on it, because if I put my spin on it first, it's just gonna come out as Raven Nation, and I don't. I don't want to hear that crybaby ass fan base. I don't want to fight them. They make me cuss them out. Bottom line about Lamar, great regular season quarterback. I mean, they find that he should have got three playoffs. Not so much.
Mm-hmm.
No. Some of his, like, he's very elusive. He's very explosive. He's very good at work in the middle of the field. But we all know where he struggles at, which is consistency outside the numbers. And you can always just hurry him up a little bit. And then if you make him mad enough, you might get sassy Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a good quarterback, yes. Do I think he's the best thing since the potato chip? Hell no. Do I think his talent level or what he could be or what he should take this team elevate him to a different standard for whatever reason? Yes. Do I think it's logical? Hell no.
You know, writer's been able to study LA night.
It's a polarizing topic, but on one, I get why people clamor because the talent is there. But to that, what have you done with it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're good with ball security all throughout the regular season. I mean, this one might be different because the whole team damn stinks right now. The defense do.
Yeah.
But come playoff, you got Butterfingers. Or does Lamar habitually fold under pressure, or is it a little bit of both?
Yeah. And I do think it's interesting that the article kind of said the overrated quarterbacks were Lamar, Jordan Love, Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott, and Trevor Lawrence. So those are the five that they were highlighting with Lamar being the most overrated. He,
I've been screaming sunshine over ass overrated.
I figured you would yeah enjoy that name being on the list, and I agree. Trevor
I have
Lawrence
been
absolutely
screaming
should be
that
on there.
for 2 freaking years. And last year I was saying something about Herbert,
Herbert's another guy that I
but
think
Trevor Lawrence.
yeah.
Did
Yeah.
y'all see the shit that he threw against the Raiders? That shit was done. Did you see what he threw last week? Or somewhat through? I don't know why he didn't compute that he was going down and just didn't. the ball in his damn hand.
Lamar Henry injured the Ravens. What happened to the entire team winning?
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Jr. and Todd Monken, who forgets that Derrick Henry exists.
Yeah.
If John Harbaugh's Mickey, you got what's his Monken being Donald, the damn duck, and Zach Orr is Goofy. There you go. That's the issue with the team. They're terribly coached.
Yeah.
That's the main issue with them. And the front office also, some of their decisions coming back to bite them in the ass too. Stop spending so much goddamn draft capital in the secondary and fix what actually needs to get fixed. Daniel Falele should not be starting on anybody's offensive line. That man does pirouettes as an attempt to fucking block.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Spins in circles.
Yeah. Key, do you agree Lamar being the most overrated quarterback in the league today?
Yeah, I think he's one of them, honestly. I'm not disputing his talent because his talent is there, athletic, everything. But it just seems like, yeah, he won MVPs. You go to the playoffs, he can't get the job done in big games, or he's hurt in the regular season, or he's hurt in the playoffs when the team need him. But no, you don't hear nobody crucifying him. It's always Jalen Hurts, or it's always Baker Mayfield, or somebody else that's always under the microscope and getting talked about. But nobody says nothing about Lamar. Why is that? Baltimore hasn't done nothing. Baltimore hasn't done that gosh darn thing. Right now, they forgetting that Derrick Henry is a running back and is one of the best running backs in the game. They're forgetting about him. As my man Butter would say, I don't know if y'all follow him, but he does reactions on games, but he's a Ravens fan. He was like, why is my left tackle threatening people with his hands and not touching nobody? You're just threatening them. Like, dude is out here with his hands up, not doing that. And what is he doing? Are you playing defense? It look like he's playing basketball. With his hands up and sliding his feet. He not doing a doggone thing.
Just being a damn tree.
So just because you big and all don't mean you can play that position. But yeah, I think Lamar is overrated. Trevor Lawrence, they got that right too. What has T-Law done? Nothing. Nobody wants Sunshine. He was overrated in Clemson. I already knew they hyping up this train for what? And who else is on that list? You said Mahomes. How is Mahomes overrated? This man got two MVP, 2 Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowls. I don't see how Mahomes is overrated. Mahomes is just good. He like Tom Brady. You don't bet. You never bet against him. He's always going to find a way to bug you. Who else is on that list?
So it was, let's see, Lamar, Jordan Love, Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott, Trevor Lawrence.
Dak's not overrated.
First of all, when it comes to
Dak is just mid. Dak is just Dak can have
you don't know what to expect.
Right. You don't know which Dak Prescott you're going to get. So I wouldn't call him overrated. Jordan Love, I don't think he's overrated either. I wouldn't say he's overrated. He's there. He's up and coming. I'm not saying he's bad. He's not terrible. He has improved a little bit with that Green Bay team, so he's coming into his own. Dak, you don't know what Dak you gonna get, so I don't agree with them. But Lamar, definitely. Herbert, everybody talks about Herbert too, and he the same. He don't get crucified either. I get he broke records and he's done, but what have the Chargers done? What have the Chargers done?
A 27-point lead in the playoffs.
He'll throw for 4,000 yards. He'll get so many touchdowns and interceptions. But nobody crucifies Justin Herbert and Lamar. Like they crucified Jalen Hurts, and this man won a Super Bowl and an MVP. Nobody crucifying these guys. And Lamar won 2 MVPs and no Super Bowl rings. or no Super Bowl appearances. Jalen been to 2
Hmm.
and won one. So I don't know. But yeah, Lamar is definitely overrated. T-Law definitely overrated.
Yeah,
And then
I
tomorrow,
feel like.
Sunday,
Go ahead.
Sunday we got the overrated bowl with Jags and Chargers.
Pretty much, yeah. Um, Look, I feel like if you're a Ravens fan, you should understand where this conversation's coming from. I've already seen Ravens fans acting like it's the worst thing that's ever been said, the worst take, and it's like you kind of need to be real with yourself. The multiple MVPs are what's causing the overrated conversation. Because at a certain point, your regular season MVPs have to turn into a Super Bowl appearance, a Super Bowl MVP, something like that. So, yeah. Then the second part, all time. Does anybody actually agree that Lamar is one of the most overrated quarterbacks of all time?
Cause that means I gotta program my think to who did I think was really overrated.
I got names. If you want me to throw out some and let you see if you think Lamar's more overrated.
Yeah.
So one for me, Brett Favre, I think is overrated. Brett Favre was a
I
media
think he
darling. Everybody act like he was this great winner. He had the one Super Bowl and a lot of playoff games where he threw some bad picks. So that's one name. Second name, Aaron Rodgers. People act like he's the best quarterback in the league. He has his one Super Bowl title from like 15 years ago. And since then, he's
and how
been
many
nothing but
MVPs does he
drama.
have?
Huh?
How many MVPs does Aaron Rodgers have? 4?
I believe he has like at least
No, he got
3.
4.
Yeah. So he has 4 MVPs. He has the one Super Bowl
I
title
mean, at
and the
least he got a Super
one
Bowl ring out of
conference,
it.
and he's only won one conference championship. So that's it for him. Another name, Eli Manning. Outside of those 2 Super Bowl years, which were the defense leading them there, he was a mid quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Namath is remembered for that one game that I guess he called or whatever. Look at his numbers, pretty atrocious. And then another one, I could throw Peyton Manning out there.
Hey, we're not gonna do that.
I'm just saying,
That's
Peyton.
stemming from Patriot. That's stemming from straight Patriot
No,
fandom right there.
see, that's no. Peyton Manning has like a 500 playoff record, and the Super Bowl against the Bears, you could say they beat Rex Grossman and a Bears team that's built off their defense and special teams. When it rained in Miami, so the special teams was a little bit whatever. Then his second Super Bowl win was not because of him; it was because of Von Miller and that Broncos defense. So
He
I,
did enough.
not to say I wouldn't say Peyton Manning is the most overrated, but I'm just saying that there are people who actually still think that Manning is the best quarterback they've seen. I don't know. He started off with the Colts in the AFC East. They couldn't win, and somehow managed to work at that. Indianapolis is in the AFC South, that great southern city of Indianapolis. And they did that to get him away from the Jets and the Patriots and the Dolphins who were beating him up. That's what I'm saying. Those are some names that came to the top of my head when I read the most overrated of all time. So I think saying Lamar most overrated all time, even for me as a Ravens hater, is probably a bridge too far.
It's a reach.
Yeah. Something's just handed to you, and I hate to say it, but there it is. All right. Let's keep it going.
They cried for these damn MVPs, and now they realize that that's going to raise the standard and raise the rating. the
Mhm.
consider the rating if we're gonna consider people overrated.
Right.
Common sense.
Josh Allen just won MVP. He's now getting those conversations about, all right, when do you make that Super Bowl appearance? But let's go ahead and get into bird's eye view. Go ahead, Keith.
All right, we got some news and stuff coming out of Philly with the oh my God, bird's eye view here. AJ Brown and his comments. He was on screen with his homie playing Madden. He told his son his Madden stats were better than his real stats, and and go by the Madden stats. And of course, Philly took that and ran with it. The media here took that and ran with it. But he said, "I'm not going to apologize for how I feel." It's no, he's not coming at Jalen Hurts because it's not Jalen Hurts. He's clearly coming at our offensive coordinator, which is Kevin Patulio, who hasn't gotten AJ Brown involved in anything. AJ Brown is 50th in receiving. 50th in receiving. In the last 3 seasons, he's been over 1,000 yards. Last year, he was almost 1,100. The last 2 seasons after that, 23 and 24, he was damn near 1,500 yards a receiver. But this man can get no targets and catches. Something not right. Our offensive line has been complaining about it. When Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata have to say something, that's an issue. That's an issue. So I don't know what is it that KP can't get in his head. I don't know what it is. But again, this is what happens when we hire in-houses coordinators. They don't work. You ain't see what happened with Brian Johnson? How'd that work out for y'all? Absolutely trash. T.O. now T.O. is backing up AJ Brown with the comments. He don't see nothing wrong. Of course, T.O. was a diva, we all know. But at the same time, he's telling the truth. I'm not disagreeing with anything AJ is saying. He has a right to be frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Part of that offense. He's 6'3", chiseled. This man is strong. He catches everything that comes to him. Give him the ball. Keep him open. I don't know if it's just the defenses are really, really playing well on him and Jalen don't see him, or there's no design looks for him. I don't know what it is. The last 2 games that he did have over 100 yards, we won. I think that was Minnesota. No, it was Minnesota. The Rams, I believe. He had 100 yards. So they just need to figure it out on the offensive side with AJ Brown. And they need to figure it out quick. Hopefully, little magic can come because when AJ debuted, it was against the Lions and he went off. So let's hope and pray that AJ can get the ball. Jalen Phillips, his debut was amazing. They get him in the trade.
You have Jerry Sneed.
Wait, what'd you say?
Y'all can have a Jerry Sneed, Calvin Ridley, Dan Jefferson. If y'all don't want AJ, I'll take him back.
And AJ ain't going nowhere. But Jalen Phillips came from the trade from the Miami Dolphins again. He already knew Big Fangio's system. And when Jalen Phillips is completely healthy, he's a top edge in the league. And boy, it showed. You can tell he was in a new place. He was like, yes, I'm in Philly that wants to win. He was coming fast off that ball, off the edge. His debut, he had a hell of a game. So Jalen Phillips just made that Philly defense line a little bit scarier now. You don't got to just worry about Jalen Carter anymore. So Jalen Phillips and his debut was actually good.
How many people do y'all need named freaking Jalen?
I know Jalen Hurts, Jalen Carter, Jalen Phillips.
I thought there was like another one. I don't know who it is. Oh, Jay Licks.
Close enough. Jalen Hunt. Close enough. It's still a J. Then Jair Alexander, you get him in a trade, and then all of a sudden the next day, after the Green Bay game, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna step away." Excuse me? What you mean you stepping away? Oh, it's mental health. Oh, okay. I mean, like I said, mental health ain't nothing to play with, and I'm not saying that he doesn't have mental health. I hope he does take care of things, but I just feel like there's something shady went down there. Baltimore knew exactly what was going on, and it was like, hold up, just wait till we trade you, then you can say you're gonna step away. Baltimore knew. Baltimore knew what they was doing. I just want to know, are we getting our pick back? Because literally, he hasn't played it down. He hasn't done anything. So I don't know how that's gonna work. But
Yeah,
uh,
that's actually an interesting thing.
I
I
don't
don't know if
know.
maybe
That's
if
his
Jair
thing
were to
with
retire without playing it down, maybe they could say that's some type of, I don't know. That's a weird situation. I would have thought his time in Baltimore would have made him step away because he goes there. The first game he plays, he looks terrible. And then the team is like, oh, we're reevaluating his injury. So y'all didn't evaluate it before you put him out there? His
That
whole
was just
Baltimore
a
stint was
deflected
weird.
ass crap because he was burnt toast. That was just a way to deflect. That was a pathetic ass excuse too.
Yeah, that's how I thought. So I'll answer this. Is there a Hall of Famer that you feel that doesn't deserve it or someone more deserving?
I mean, for the NFL, I feel like they get it right. As far as I'm concerned, I think the NFL does get the right of who goes in and who doesn't. Because it's been they changed the format. Because before it used to be like seven go in, a coach and whatever. Now they shrunk it. So um, more opportunity for more players to go in. So I think the NFL do get it right. NBA, that's tough too, as far as Hall of Famers go. But
Because they do everything for the NBA one. Because it's
now
just the
who hasn't
basketball
gotten
Hall of
in that
Fame.
shocked me yet? Torrey Holt ain't in there yet, which he should be. Any
Okay.
receive was it Isaac Bruce, is he in? I don't know if he's in yet. Them receivers that played in the St. Louis team when they went to the Super Bowl that they needed to be in there. I don't know what's taking them so long. Reggie Wayne, those type of receivers. I think is Reggie in? I don't remember, but those receivers definitely need to be in. There's some guys that needed to be in.
Isaac Bruce got in
Okay,
2020.
And guess what? Um, if those people aren't in, Eli damn sure don't need to be getting in until after.
That was going to be my answer. And if Eli gets in, I don't want to hear anybody talk about Phillip Rivers or Matt Ryan not deserving to get in. That's all I'm going to
Exactly.
say. That's all I'm going to say. All right. I'll do Foxborough Files. The Pats beat the Jets. Saw it last night. 27-14. It was a game that you feel like the Pats could have probably blown them out by more, but short week, got the win. They're 9-2. I have nothing to complain about. The New Jerseys, I was definitely tuned in to see how they would look real time. I saw the little concept. I was like, okay, I kind of like them. I saw with them actually playing in them, and I'm like, next time I get on Madden and I'm using the Patriots, I'm rocking those. I love the jerseys. Uh, I love the fact that they debuted it against the hated Jets and beat them the way that they did. Seeing Jets fans miserable makes me happy. Justin
I
Fields,
want New Jersey.
huh?
I said I want New Jerseys.
I feel like they should be coming around to other teams with those. Maybe they're doing some like each season. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird that they would only do some teams and then not everybody. So I feel like Tennessee's will probably be coming. But Justin Fields, I'd seen like highlights and clips of their past games, and I've been like, how's their offense so bad? Watching it for 4 quarters, good Lord. The only thing they do well is the RPO action, and Justin Fields carries it. That's their best play. Or he drops back to pass, he scrambles around and then takes off. That's all they're doing right now. because there were actually receivers that got open, and Fields was either behind on the throw, low on the throw, or something. So part of me
It
was
was
thinking the
terrible.
whole thing about, remember in Chicago, everybody was like, he's holding the ball too long. For whatever reason, he's still doing it. I want to root for him, but he keeps playing like this. It's going to be hard to kind of defend him as being a good quarterback. And this quarterback play is going to cost Aaron Glenn his job, which I think is kind of unfair. It's his first year. You should give a new coach at least a second year to kind of fix it. But the way the Jets look
The
right now,
fact that
it's
they
a
won
complete
two
mess.
games with that.
Huh?
The fact that they won two games with that. You see why they were winless.
Yeah. And you look at the numbers from the Browns game. I still don't understand how the Jets won that game. I mean, they're like 2 return touchdowns, I guess, but it's like they can't run because Fields isn't a threat, and Fields can't throw the ball. You'd think with a good Cleveland defense, they would have figured that out, but neither here nor there. The last thing, I've seen this conversation everywhere all of a sudden. May or Vrabel, who's more important to the turnaround?
Both of them.
Why does sports media do this all the time? I agree with you, Jory.
Because
It's without May's maturation and step up in his play in the second year, and Vrabel establishing the culture, you wouldn't get this. So neither one is more important than the other. They are joined in this. I love the Vrabel after the game stuff where he greets every player before they go in the locker room. He's having way too much fun with that. But
don't
that's
rub
all.
that in.
Huh? I'm not. Yes,
Don't rub that in.
I know you miss Vrabel. I'm not saying that to throw it in your face.
They fired that man prematurely because he went up to Foxborough and said something, and Amy got her panties in a twist.
Mm-hmm.
Vrabel was the missing piece to this team.
Yep.
And now look.
Well,
Now, granted, I will say, speaking on the Jets, why are these two hoodlums barking? Speaking on the Jets, I think, and I'm not afraid to put this out there, my Titans offense looks better than the Jets. And that says something right now.
I think it's hard to find an offense that looks worse than the Jets.
I'm like, they just do stupid crap, like get a stupid penalty or get all the way down to the 1 yard line and fail to score. That Chargers game hurt, but I understand that we're inching towards the game. This is not about Music City Blitz, but anyway, just saying.
No, I definitely understand. It's almost the Cam Newton Patriots year offense that the Jets are running, except Cam Newton is a little bit better throwing the ball than Fields is right now. It's like a watered down version of that.
I'm better at throwing the ball than Fields is right now.
I mean,
Bella is.
Well, I'm just saying, it's like you're an NFL team. How does your off? And look, you have Breece Hall. I mean, Garrett Wilson didn't play last night. Sure. If Garrett Wilson was out there, I'd have a hard time believing Justin Fields could hit him consistently enough for him to make that much of a difference. So,
yeah, look. In the eye.
Right. But I'll wrap it up with 9-2, currently the number 1 seed in the AFC. Obviously, with the games this weekend, we'll see whether or not they stay there. But 2-game lead on the Bills. And look, the season's kind of getting into that final stretch now where we'll see even more of a separation between the really good teams, the pretenders, and just the awful teams. I don't know if they're going to be the number 1 seed at the end of the season, but it seems like they're going to win the division. I did not see that coming this year.
My only comment, Caden Proctor, welcome to Nashville.
Well, I'll let you transition into your Music City Blitz.
Like, I had a nice stress. I had a nice stressless week. If anybody cared, without having to worry about Titans football. It changed last week. I did. It changed
Mm-hmm.
this week. Head coach watch. Head coach watch. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want Lane Kiffin. He could keep his ass in Mississippi. Um, I don't want drunk ass Sark. He can
Okay.
stay his ass in Texas. I don't want anybody has not had experience with an NFL roster. No, they're turning into pumpkins. Um, we're seeing little cracks of it at right now. They are turning into pumpkins, like I knew they would.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would prefer an offensive minded head coach that has dealings with working with the whole team. Like, it took me a minute to come on to this, but I wouldn't mind having Mike McCarthy. I'm kind of sick and tired of coaches named Mike. Name your kid something else, please.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn. Um, Mike's and Brian's. Why is the people named Brian that piss me off the most? Like,
I will say Mike
them
McCarthy's
two.
name's been kicked around for the Jets job if Aaron Glenn loses it.
No. The Jets don't deserve that type of stability. So he can bring his butt down to Nashville. Don't touch the defense. I don't want you hiring nobody to ruin the defense. Actually, I wouldn't mind if Denard Wilson stayed.
Okay.
And I want to say back to the Jets a little bit. We traded one of our better corners to the Jets earlier this year, Brownlee. How many flags did he have last night?
That is, I forgot to mention that because every time I saw his name come up, I was like, I bet Jory's like, mm-hmm. He was
Wait, how
clutching
many
and
Mhm.
flags
grabbing
did
all
who have?
night. Hmm?
How many flags did who have?
Brownlee
Jarvis
last night on the
Brownlee.
Jets.
He had a couple. He had a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he did all of that crap talking about he can't wait to watch the Titans lose. You did not go. You did not go from the projects to Paris. You went from the Bronx to the slums. Like, what are we talking about? You went from Midtown, well, West End to damn Decatur. What are we talking about? You went nowhere quickly. Whoop-de, you won two more. You're on a team that won two more games. Whoop-de-damn-do. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I was watching that. I'm like, damn. How many times you getting ready to get pulled up on film on what not to do? And speaking of handsy and grabbiness, Mike Vrabel, Sauce Gardner is still handsy and grabby. He still is.
Drake London
And
embarrassed him.
yeah, yeah. But luckily the Falcons embarrassed themselves. So there's
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Raheem Morris over here talking about he's embarrassed that like he said what he said about Michael Penix Jr. saying what he said, and that whole dynamic. Yeah, I said Morris got to go. He doesn't mention anything in the building that is a source of support.
Mm-hmm.
What are y'all doing? Anyway, back to the task at hand. The Jerry Sneed need to get the hell out of Dodge. Like,
Yeah.
come on, dumb Mc, man. I was finna start.
Right.
Come on. They have you on video being the driver involved in a shootout, in a drive-by shooting. Get him off.
Mm-hmm.
Get him off. Get him off. Get him off. I don't want to wait till the off season. Y'all can cut him with cause and avoid some of that shit. Cut him. I don't do people who put people. I really don't do well with people who just put people's lives in danger for no fucking reason. Excuse
Mm-hmm.
my language, but that's some stupid shit. Why? You know that you're a professional athlete. Why the hell are you hanging with people who like to do drive-bys? Make it make sense. You want to end up dead or in prison because you ain't gonna have access to millions of dollars worth of stuff in prison. They put a limit on them things. What are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You got your freedom. You got free air. Would you look like sacrificing that and millions of dollars for 3 hots in a cot? Come on now. I was being funny, but I said Rabel. And get to me next week, and I'll have a couple of valid candidates. This week, I picked up a third job, and I just frazzled. But my
Mm-hmm.
expectations for the rest of the year, it's gonna sound really simple. No major injuries, no stupid crap, development from Cam. Try to win at least one more game, damn it.
Okay.
Um, Even though I feel like we're inching closer to it, and we play long neck this week. We don't play Stroud. We get the long neck.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that could be winnable. And the next time Aziz out your ear bitch ass, excuse my language, hits my quarterback in the helmet, I'm gonna write a damn letter to the NFL. Get him out the league. I'm going full Karen. Full Karen. With the nice language, with the language that sounds like a Karen. What?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I just want at least one, maybe two more wins. I don't get greedy. I will not get greedy. And no more blowouts. Please, God, because y'all suck it up enough with the blowouts at the beginning. Y'all,
Okay.
like the crash outs.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first Houston game. I was doing some notes about the Texans and whatnot because I like to be well rounded, know a little bit about everything that's going on, whatnot. And they were like, well, we whooped up on the Titans. I said, no, your delusional ass did not. For 3.5 quarters of that game, it was 6-0. The bottom just fell out of the sky for the other 20 points in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Quit. But they were soft quitting on Callahan.
Mm-hmm.
And the Raiders game was the winnable game that he should have been fired after. I mean, how did it? But I have reasonable expectations. Now, if we mess around and get the number one pick again, I'm sure.
Because that was gonna be my question. Because you said you wanted one or two more wins. So I guess one word answer. Would you rather have the one, two more wins if it meant you didn't get the number one pick, or would you rather just have the number one pick?
I'm gonna pick the one or two more. I'm not finna sit here and be logical. I'm a fan. I'm emotional. I crash out
Mhm.
every week. I'm gonna want the one to two more wins
Okay,
to
that's
save
fair.
myself the heartache.
That's fair. Okay. Let's get into picks. Last week we were all 4-1. Um, Jory missed the Vikings and the Ravens, which if the Vikings had any
I'm not
competency, they
picking the
probably could have
Vikings.
won that one. Key
Look,
missed
that
Panthers and the
pissed me
Saints.
off on the word go.
Told you I'm not picking. I don't pick Minnesota no more.
Yeah, they're a tough team to kind of gauge when they're going to play well. So
Because when you pick them, they lose, and you don't pick them, they win. So you know what? I'm just not gonna pick them.
yeah. Key missed Panthers over the Saints, which I think a lot of people were surprised by that one. And then I missed Packers over the Eagles, which for a 10-7 game, wildly entertaining. So records going into week 11. Jory's 32-20-1. Key's 24-18-1. I'm 33-20-1.
I don't like it. I'm gonna
Still,
catch up.
still have plenty of weeks left.
Damn Vikings. I'm going for a perfect week.
Okay, you're off to a good
Hard,
start.
but so this week, of course, I'm gonna pick the Patriots over the Jets. Cause duh, I've never in my life since being on this earth ever picked the Jets over the Patriots. Never. I'm 24. Um, I I don't mind losing this one because if I lose this one, that means my team actually won. And I'm hoping that this is reverse. This is jinxing the Texans. I'm gonna pick the Texans over the Titans.
Okay.
Philadelphia and Detroit is ready to get back on the roll. So I don't think it's gonna be a blowout,
Mm-hmm.
but I do think they're gonna win.
Okay.
Cowboys over Raiders. I could play the Raiders and win um, by myself outside of Max Crosby. I don't want that smoke. Um, if the Raiders mess around and win this game, you know what? I will go on a full 30-minute rant about how Dallas is incompetent as a whole organization. That's a game that you should win, Dallas, on prime time. And I'm picking the Packers over the Giants.
Okay.
I've been waiting to see pissed off Green Bay. I haven't seen them yet. What's the issue?
Well, I think it's time for Toyota-thon.
I'm staying away from that.
So you might be good with that Packer pick. Uh,
I was staying.
yeah, Toyota-thon goes mid-November to early January. So you might get the best Jordan Love now. But, all right, Key, your picks.
All right, of course, I wasn't betting against no Patriots on Thursday night. Yeah, that was a given. That Patriots are gonna beat the Jets. I went 50-50 over this game, but I'm confident that my Birds can get it done and beat the Lions. Of course, Dallas is gonna beat the Raiders, like the jury said. Her, and you, Kyle, can beat the Raiders. But then again, it's Dallas. You don't know what Dallas team gonna show up. But if they lose to the Raiders, Dallas fans, the ones that I know, I am coming for your head. I'm coming. Like Deion Sanders says, I'm coming. Y'all better not lose to Dallas. That'd be hilarious. And then the two wild cards that I do have, I got the Bills over Tampa. I feel like that's going to be a good game. And I'm going to pick the Falcons over the Panthers. I feel like, they lost 30-0. They got some redemption. So I got the Falcons over Carolina.
And will not cover their shifts. Damn.
All right. And then for me, obviously, I was going to take my Patriots over the Jets. I had the Lions over the Eagles. I think it's going to be a great game. I think I'll just trust the Lions, especially with Dan Campbell calling plays now. I think they're a different animal. I have the Cowboys over the Raiders, even though in the back of my mind, the last time I picked the Cowboys was that Cardinals game, and we saw how they looked then. So I would not be surprised the Raiders do it, but Jacoby Brissett is better than Geno Smith right now, so I guess whatever. I'm taking the Chargers over the Jags. I just think the Chargers are the better team. The Jags are coming off that loss to the Texans. I don't know if they're the type of team that's going to mentally bounce back from that in a week.
They're not.
I'm taking your Seahawks over the Rams. It's going to be a great game, but I keep beating this drum that the Seahawks are a good team. I think this will be a game where more people will realize just how good the Seahawks are. It would be a quality win over a Rams team that's really good as well. So those are my picks for the week. All right. It's a simple question we're all going to talk about here. Who are the top 5 teams in the NFL? Who wants to start it off?
Top 5. So who we going to take at 5?
It's not the Colts. I'm sorry. I know they beat the Falcons, but that game was more of an embarrassment to the Falcons than the Colts actually doing anything.
For once, Buffalo is not in this top 5. I can say that much.
Their run defense is not that good. Colts aren't in it because Daniel Jones is starting to turn the ball over more, and he's starting to become. They're starting to turn back into a pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
The Cinderella story's up. Yes. Not them. I think because I think I would say Seattle, but I also think the way Seattle's playing right now, they're higher than 5.
Yes, I would have them higher than 5.
The Rams.
I think the Rams are in the top 5.
Yeah, the Rams are in the top 5. We just got to figure out where they're going to go. So the top 5 should, of course, be not in. We're going to figure out the order, but the top 5 teams is the Eagles, it's the Rams, Seahawks, Patriots. I'm sorry. In my opinion, you got to put the Patriots first right now. Mm-hmm. They're 9-2. They're 9-2. You have to put the Patriots at 1.
So Eagles, Rams, Seahawks, Patriots.
I put the Eagles 4.
I don't have a problem with Eagles being 4.
Okay.
If we get another Patriots dynasty, I'm going to be so damn mad. Because I'm like, I already lived for one.
I mean, I wouldn't worry about that just yet.
And then Broncos ain't top 5.
See,
no,
Broncos are that team where record-wise would say yes.
Right.
On the field, I couldn't put them in the top 5. I couldn't do it. So we have Eagles at 4.
Colts are the top 5 team right now. Yes,
well, right now we just have Eagles, Rams, Seahawks, Patriots. We do need a 5th team. So it's not the Broncos, not the Colts.
You gotta go. Can you go Lions?
I wouldn't say the Chiefs are top 5 right now.
Yeah, the Chiefs ain't there yet because they still having offensive issues. I put the Lions there.
Oh yeah, yes, we're forgetting the Lions. Yeah, so I think that would be our 5. So Eagles 4.
So New England. I feel like New England, Seattle should be 1-2.
I think Chiefs would be just outside the 5.
The Chiefs are outside They gonna move up the ladder though. If the next
I
couple
put the
games,
Chiefs in that like
top
Bucks
5.
group, just outside the top 5. Wait, so would you say would be 1 and 2?
So Patriots, Seahawks.
Patriots, Seahawks.
Y'all, the Patriots at 1. Y'all have me questioning my fandom. I would probably put the Patriots like
how they're 9-2
They're
right
9-2.
yes.
9-2.
I know. For me, because I just think about it, neutral site. Who would I pick? I think the Dan Campbell offense-led Lions. I think that's scary right now. So I might have the Lions slightly ahead of the Patriots. I'd put the Patriots like 2.
Can you imagine that? Dan Campbell versus Mike Vrabel. Ain't nobody gonna have a damn kneecap.
I feel like the league would love that
That would be
matchup.
a very interesting game, though. That would be very good game. Interesting game.
That's gonna be entertaining.
But look,
Entertaining.
if you two want to go Patriots Lions, we can do that. Would Seahawks be 3? Or would the Rams be 3? I would say I would probably go Seahawks 3.
Yeah, because my original first 2 was Patriots, Seahawks, and then Lions, Rams, and then Philly.
I mean, I'm okay with, like I said, Philly being, you can put Philly 5. So Pats. Who's 3? Who's 2?
Seattle.
Pat, Seattle.
Lions.
Detroit.
So Pat, Seattle, Lions, Rams, Eagles.
Yeah.
All right. I'm down for that.
Of course you are. Even though you were trying to get us to put them at 2 or something.
I was just saying.
9-2 speaks for itself. And you know it does.
Absolutely. It absolutely does. I agree.
If you did the playoffs right now, I don't think the Chiefs or the Bills would be in the playoffs.
Chiefs,
they shouldn't be.
No.
So that's why I didn't have it. That's why I didn't have the Chiefs on that list.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills maybe, but the Chiefs no. They're barely above 500.
The Bills are a wild card team.
The Chiefs are barely above 500. And the Ravens, back to the damn Featherbrains. If y'all win, it's because Pittsburgh absolutely pisses the division away. And Joe Burrow's not coming back. But he might come back. Ooh.
He's practicing apparently.
He might be back that Thanksgiving game.
Yeah.
If he comes back, it might get interesting. So I don't know why y'all think y'all are just this surefire lock to get into the playoffs because Lamar is back. That don't mean Todd Monken is going to call a good game. He really didn't call one versus Minnesota. The Vikings just gave y'all opportunities.
Yeah.
Because y'all,
the Rams had a lot of drives stall where they needed field goals.
Like, the offense stunk. And the Ravens offense stunk too. You saw a little bit of bad body language, Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not get delusional like y'all are a top 5 team because you want a top 10. You got a 28 to 32nd ranked defense. Shut the hell up.
So
talking about the AFC Championship game. They talking freaking playoffs, and I'm like, if this team makes the playoffs, they're gonna get their drugs. Like, what are we talking about?
Oh, that was just the graphic. That don't read into that, Nigel. That's just how it popped up. But the playoffs: Patriots, Colts, Broncos, Steelers, Chargers, Bills, Jags. The Jags are the final wildcard team. You know, they're the same record as the Chiefs. But Jacksonville did beat Kansas City, so that's why they are in right now. NFC: Eagles, Seahawks, Lions, Bucks, Rams, Bears, Packers, with the Niners being the first team out. All right, so just to reiterate, our top five: Pats, Lions, Seahawks, Rams, Eagles. Right. So I'll probably post that later in the Discord and Tumblr.
In the words of Stephen A., the list is fluid, y'all. The list is
Yeah.
fluid.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's get in the final burn.
Oh man, Woody. JETS just in the season. Just in the season. You already gonna be the top draft pick this year. You got so many draft picks to work with because you got rid of Sauce and Quentin Williams. So there's no way that y'all should not be able to draft properly. But it's the Jets we talking about, y'all. It's the Jets. In the words of Gene, you got to marry the coach with the quarterback. If Aaron Glenn stays, he needs to pick his quarterback. But again, the story with the Jets is that is purgatory hell for quarterbacks to die.
Yep.
So I don't know what it is about the Jets and quarterbacks; they never get it right. Sam Darnold, they couldn't get it right. They couldn't get it right with Zach Wilson. See what Justin how he's looking. Aaron Rodgers going and left, so they just need to figure it out. But Woody Johnson, what are you talking about, sir? You want to eliminate the owner's report card from the the Players Association. Why shouldn't they have owner's cards, report cards? Everybody else can report cards. Why can't they grade and
They want to
evaluate the
get
owners
away
of the
with
team? It's because you suck
they
as
don't
an
like the
owner,
public.
sir. You stink as an
Right.
owner. This is why they grade you. You stink. You haven't done nothing since Mark Sanchez took you to the AFC Championship game. That was it, and that's all.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't done anything. You haven't had the right coaching staff. And you do get one, you fire him. I don't think Aaron Glenn should. You got to at least give this man a chance. With new rookie, with teams like this, you can't just fire the coach each time. You have to give them a time frame. All right, Aaron Glenn, I'm gonna give you 3 years to try to turn this team around. And that third year, if you don't do it, we gotta let you go. I think that's fair. That's simple. That's fair. Don't cut them loose after one season. What you not? So we all see that Justin Fields ain't the guy. Brees Hall, I feel bad for him. He messed me up on my parlay last night. Something told me not to pick him to get a touchdown. But yeah, the Jets need a lot of work. And they are in a position to do so and to build, to be the next team again. So, but Woody, you need to stop. You just don't want to see the owner's report card. You just don't want to see your report card because you're a horrible owner. You are terrible, terrible.
You know
And
what?
that's why you in the
Go
final
do?
burn. All I got to say about you, Mr. Johnson.
He needs to go back to selling baby oil and baby powder. Good night. All right. Bye.
I don't think he want to go sell them products, especially not baby oil.
Right.
He owned Johnson and Johnson.
I was about to say, side note, it was strength of victory that gave the Rams first in the division.
That was confusing as hell too. I remember
Yeah.
last year about that. I'm like,
Yeah, it was strength of victory. It was pretty close between the two, but that's what gave the Rams first place.
Yeah, Chris Paul definitely taught Wimby how to freaking flop. He on the ground.
No problem, Sergeant.
I'm like, he's too damn big for that.
You know who else
Taught
you
him how
feel
to
bad
flop.
for with the Jets? John Mechie gets traded there. And he has to deal with a quarterback who, I mean, he did get a touchdown last night because Woodson fell, but
That's because what's the name fell. That's the only reason
yeah,
why he got that touchdown.
but Mechie's gonna have some frustrating weeks in New York.
You know what? Bring. I want John Mechie. I
Okay,
want to give him a chance. He's been through so much. The cancer, being on bad teams, even though my team is a bad team, but I give him a chance with
I
Cam.
bet he'd rather have Cam Ward throwing to him than Justin Fields.
I'd rather have a dog throwing to me than Justin Fields.
There you go. I'll go with mine really quickly. NBA. Not Adam Silver. Adam Silver seems like the only one who cares about this All Star game. He is trying every format under the sun. This year we are getting USA versus the world. And I swear, if KD, Trey Young, one of these stars come out against it before the game even happens, I'm gonna lose it. They are keeping the round robin format, which I actually had no problem with that last year. The only problem was with it being TNT's last year, it turned into like TNT Appreciation Night, and they had like all these breaks and all that. That was the biggest problem. So the format for this year is going to be basically it's just going to be 4 quarters, but different teams will play each 12-minute quarter, and then the fourth quarter will be played by the two best teams to find out who the winner is. I feel like that part's going to confuse a lot of people, but that's basically what it is. The voting stuff is weird too because if not enough international players get enough votes, then Silver will just kind of pick players to fill out the roster. Whatever. I don't care. This is what the players have wanted. I'm gonna need the players to show up and actually care. If they go 25% in this game, if I'm Silver, I'm not wasting any more time trying to save a game that y'all don't care about. I'm cutting it. So I think it'll be interesting to see. Because something tells me the international players might drag the American players to care about it. Because you know Giannis isn't going to go half speed. You know Luka's going to try to drop
Absolutely
60 on
not.
people. So that's all I was going to say. This is the last straw. People have been upset with the All-Star game for years. This format is it for y'all. So please act like you care about it. That's all I'm saying. All right, Jury, the stage is yours.
17. A couple of these things that I'm going to talk about are probably going to make me lose my filter. So I've been trying to mind my language lately. I might not mind it that much right now because when I heard the bullshit that came out of Jason Williams' and Patrick Beverly's mouth regarding Klay Thompson and Meg, we can joke, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to sit there and just completely disregard that the fact that the man tore his ACL and he tore up his Achilles in back-to-back seasons, and it's hard to recover from that. But we're gonna call his girlfriend a piece of a pea.
It's weird. Yeah.
And people over there calling Klay Thompson sensitive? No. Because had it been Patrick Beverly's fiance, he would have been rare. And that's the one thing about Pat Bev. I can't stand him. When he opens his mouth, it just reminds you that there's nothing there but fucking air. There's nothing there. Like, and I don't even want to bring skin color into this, but you over here, your fiance is Caucasian. You came from a black woman. You gonna sit there and let that man disrespect a black woman in front of you? Call her a piece of pee and blame everything about Clay. Blame everything about Clay that's going on with Clay on her. Clay's play has steadily declined because of those injuries. That has nothing to do with Megan. It could be a joke. He might not be as focused right now because he got catfish and spaghetti waiting on him at home, but that's not the reason why he's playing like that. It's disheartening that people can just go out there and just say anything. And from one dumb idiot to another, if you don't know who Jason Brown is, last chance you. And he got kicked out of Independence from making a Nazi comment. This man, he got a vote. He got a potty mouth. Y'all thought I was rough. This man is rough. So, y'all know he kind of went. Mina Khan said something about quarters coverage, and Jason Brown decided to open his loud ass mouth and act like she was just absolutely wrong. Sir, there are a multitude of different ways that you can beat that quarters coverage can get beat in the middle of the field. Have you heard about the Mills concept? Cam Newton told you about that one. Have you heard about that the cornerback, the safety, and the linebacker? That's a weak spot, bitch. Like, what? You over here calling Mina a broad for no freaking reason because she's right. And she turned out to be right. And then while this is going on, guess what happens in the Colts-Falcons game? Guess who gets beat in quarter coverage? And where does the play happen? In the middle of the freaking field. You a coach, but you don't understand that a multitude of post routes can easily kill quarters coverage in the middle of the field. Like, you a coach. You won national championships, and you big shot, and you got your own damn cigar and all of that other BS. You know, his whiskey company is called Slapdick Whiskey, and he's acting like one. He's really acting like one. Like, get a load of yourself. Angel, when I went on the morning show, what was that? Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? One of those days. I talked about it. I'm not gonna go with. Yeah, it was Tuesday, but Angel is an idiot, and I'm getting really sick and tired of her opening her mouth and she just like she knows everything and she doesn't. And some of the things that she does, it makes me really think that she has a nasty, mean girl spirit, and I'm starting not to like her. Will I ever root against her? No. Do I like her? Hell no. And for you to sit here and say that therapy does not work for black celebrities or black people, or they don't tailor anything, or da da da. Mona Leo was great to show you grace, but that was some dumb shit. That was stupid. Like, how, if you've never been to therapy, how the hell you gonna sit here and broadcast to the masses that it don't work for black people. You are a part of the problem on why black people don't like going to go get help. And I can speak on it because I am one. Like what? That's a part of the problem. That's the main stigma that it doesn't work. And I don't like telling them people my business, but you keep telling it to the same people in your family, and you wonder why the drama keep damn happening. But it don't work though. It worked for me because let me be completely clear. I would not be here if I did not have my therapist at all. And the fact the timing of of the interview dropping is terrible. It's terrible. We just lost a 24-year-old to suicide, and now it comes out you talking about therapy don't work. Listen here, bird brain. You could have easily rescheduled that one. You missed. And back to the jabroni ponies. Now, if you saw on Sunday, they were doing Drew Hills.
That was hilarious, by the way.
Media, that was hilarious. Gonna sit here and caption the thing, getting jiggy with it. Man.
Tell me what you want.
I said, that was right there. It was right there. I'm like, I can tell ain't nobody of no culture running the social media because there was a whole bunch of Drew Hill references right there for that caption. It's a dance for like y'all. Most white people I'm around know who Drew Hill is. They do. Like, make it make sense. For a city that is just as diverse as Indianapolis is, there are black people in Indianapolis. I know I'm related to a couple of them. I'm kidding, but that city is a diverse city, and they deserve more than that from their social media team. That dance did not, the Drew Hill celebration did not deserve no pickled down jiggy with it. No. That deserved a caption with some soul in it. But it's the cult, so what do I expect?
Yeah. They could have easily just said, "Tell me what you want." Sajin,
Exactly.
I thought you already joined, Sajin. But if you haven't, yeah, please join.
Stupid ass courts.
All right. Well, I mean, that was Final Burn. But normally we end on Final Burn. I think probably going forward we'll end with our newest segment. What are y'all watching this weekend? So I'm gonna start with you, Key. What are you watching this weekend?
All right, so we got some good NFL and NBA games. Of course, we got the Sunday night matchup with the Philadelphia Eagles and the Lions. We also got the Bills in Tampa, and also we got that NFC West matchup, which should be a great, awesome game. That NFC West is competitive this year. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. So we got Puka Nacua, JSN, Sam Darnold, and Matt Stafford with the NFL. Over in the NBA side, of course, tonight we had Tyrese Maxey and the 76ers going up against Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Lions, and it's lost again. Then you got Minnesota and Denver. That should be a great game as well. And then you got who else I got in there? Oh, we got the Suns and Jalen Johnson and the Hawks. So Jalen Johnson is balling. So those are my games for the week.
Well, yeah, Sajan, go ahead and join.
Well,
All right,
you
Jory,
just
what do you
went
watch?
through two of my basketball games, so I would just leave the third one there. I'll just say my third one. I do want to see what the Magic and Rockets look like. I would like for the Magic's offense to pick it up. Pick it up.
But they ain't
They
got
are
What is
frustrating
Pablo
to watch.
Capello?
they ain't got Pablo either.
Oh, he ain't there.
Yeah, Paulo hurt
But
himself on his birthday.
doing what?
I think it was the Knicks game. It was on his
What?
birthday, and that's the game he went out in.
Oh, I was about to go. I was about to blow the roof. I said he better be playing on his birthday. Cause what the hell are you doing getting hurt on your birthday? You know how mad. You know how maddening that is. Um, I do want to see what that game looks like. We got in the Rams Seahawks. I mentioned Chargers Jags. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted. A part of me feels like the Chargers are gonna win. They should win, but I also feel like the Jaguars are just absolutely gonna fold, and for that reason, I'll be tuned in because it's entertaining, to say the least. And the
Mm-hmm.
next time Liam Cohen throws his bleep sets and stuff on the freaking ground, it wasn't even a toss. He just eh, eh. And look at the coach talking about picking up. Man, don't ask me to make your coffee. Do not ask me to make no coffee, no tea, no none of that. Because I'm not going for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to mess around with some X-Lax in it. I don't like what I don't
Not the
appreciate
X-Pack.
that. Um Broncos Chiefs. Will the real Broncos offense please stand up?
I think this is what they are.
Yeah, but and then we went into Rams Seahawks. I will have my popcorn. Um, yeah, I'll have my popcorn and my football snacks.
Okay.
And then, of course, I'll be watching the Titans think it up. Knock on wood. I'm doing everything to jinx.
Mm-hmm.
Or am I?
All right. Yeah. So, what will I be watching? Seahawks Rams, yes. I'm also be watching Bucks Bills. I think those are two teams that desperately want to win this week. Bills probably need it more than the Bucks do, but if I can watch Baker Mayfield, I'm watching. I'm always gonna watch Celtics Clippers. I just got to see that old AARP Clippers team and how they look. Y'all kind of covered the professional. I'm gonna give y'all some college games. I know it wasn't part of it, but Georgia, Texas, I will be watching. I'm not buying into Arch Manning, so I want to see him against the Georgia defense. Bama, Oklahoma is this weekend as well. That should be a good game.
Roll Tide.
College basketball, UConn, BYU, AJ DeBansa or whatever playing. And then for the women, South Carolina versus USC this weekend. I'm tuning in.
Oh my God. The
So,
battle of who's the real USC?
Yeah, because my
yep.
girl
Well,
out
they
for the
fighting over
year
that.
with Chloe Kitts, but they still got Joyce Edwards, they still got Ravens, we got some new people there, so I'm excited about my Gamecocks.
Yep. Sergeant
Shout
put
out to
Arkansas
Audie
LSU.
Cook.
Yo, from Iowa State,
I'm not
Audi
watching
is a
that.
beast. Now, my only critique
She
about
got
Audi
43 points.
is she needs to lose just a couple pounds. I'm not saying go skinny, just enough, like maybe 10. She would be more she'd be more dominant. She already getting 6 rebounds as it is, but imagine her getting 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She had 43 points in less than 20 minutes.
Yep. Crazy.
Yo, the girls is balling. AZ Fuzz is balling. Sarah Strong is balling with UConn. Lauren Betts is probably going to be the number one pick in the draft next year. This coming up next year for out of UCLA. Who's on? Oh, Hannah Hulago. She over there balling too. Watch out for these girls. Even Flossie Johnson on the end too with LSU. For Wale went over there. I think she's gonna come off the bench. The situation with her is because get me wrong, talented, good scorer. She don't play much defense, and that's why Dawn used to sit her all the time. So it's an issue with her defense. If she gets great defensively, she'll be all around guard.
Yeah. And Sajin put #soccer. I don't have any Premier League to watch this weekend.
I don't do grass ping pong.
That's too much damn running for me.
That's all right.
I know how the scoring goes: red card, green, red card, yellow card, red card. You do something real drastic, they throw you out. Yellow card is the warning. I know you got the stoppage. You play a little bit after the time is over to see if you can score. I know the rules. I can't sit watching.
You know more than me. I know the ball going to goal. You get a red card, a yellow card, and the ball is black and white. I don't know none of that.
Got your corner kick. You got your penalty kick. Yeah. It's too much running. You got your defenders and your midfielders. No. Like I said, I know the concept of the game. That's just too much running. I can't watch it. It's not my cup of tea.
And the only two soccer players I know, and the only couple soccer players I know is Trinity Rodman, Hope Solo, Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
Mbappe.
Who?
The one that kind of favored Giannis, his ass.
Oh, Mbappe, yeah.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
I remember Tim Howard back in the day.
Tim Howard was good.
He was.
My soccer team, Premier League, I would say Liverpool. Even though I do watch Tottenham, Arsenal. I watch like the big names, but it's Liverpool with the Red Sox connection.
Who named it that?
Liverpool?
It's a team in England.
Yeah, it's.
Of course. Okay.
It's the area.
Right.
Manchester, England.
Yeah.
Because of course it's going to be an English name with some weird.
Well, I just assumed because I said Premier League, I thought that's what Sajin was asking about. I mean, I'm a Revolution fan too. New England Revolution.
Oh yeah, Philly got a soccer team. I live about 20 minutes away from Chester, where they play at. I just can't go. I mean, now I guess I will go visit one day because I heard the stadium is beautiful. Maybe I'll go one day, but other than that, I can't sit and be like, "Oh yay, soccer."
It's all right.
So if they named y'all soccer team the New England Revolution.
Yep.
Where the hell does a Celtic get any Irish? But where does that go into Boston?
Big Irish population in Boston.
Boston have a large Irish population? Does Boston have a sizable Irish population? Because what?
Yep.
Okay. These are the things that my head be thinking about. And once they get a WNBA team, what the hell are they gonna name it?
I'd have to think about that because that's a good question. Because they used to have a women's soccer team, but they called them the Boston Spirit, which I never got behind that name. I would hope they wouldn't use something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that. Come back to me next week. I might have some names.
Because I'm drawing blanks trying to think about it.
See, Side's about to be talking that grass ping pong in the server. I can't wait for the World Cup.
World Cup's in Philly this year.
Got Pochettino with the U.S. I feel like the U.S. can be okay, but Still shaky in some spots. But we'll say that for Discord. Yeah, that's all we got for you. Anything you want to add, Keith, before we get out of here?
No, appreciate y'all as always. Should be some good college games on all around. It's college basketball season time. March should be here like that. We'll be doing brackets and suck at them. I'm going to try to watch more of the men's basketball, but I'm stuck on the ladies. I don't know. It's something about the girls' basketball. I'm not saying the boys' course, they're going to be more flashy dunks or whatever. I just feel like the girls play more fundamentally sound basketball.
They are.
So, so I'll probably be watching more of the girls again this year, like I did last year. So, but just Spurs all the way around.
We probably have to do a bracket thing on the show.
When the Flyers is in overtime with the Blues, 5-5.
Okay. Yeah, Bruins have been playing really well. But yeah, I think around March we'll probably do some bracket challenge and let people who watch the show join it as well. Jory, anything you want to add before we get out of here? I feel like another comment's coming about the court, isn't it?
You already know what's coming because now I get my laptop on Monday. Y'all, I get my laptop on Monday, and that means I get to update my content. I get to record crap. I finally get to get back into the making of content, and you'll have better quality stuff from me. So, until next time, give me about a week or two to really get everything set up, and then the videos and stuff will resume.
All right, there you go. You'll see me back on here Monday for On the Ball with Brett. Even though I know Sajin wants us to pop up before Sunday, which is hilarious. But yeah, I mean, my channel, Chop At The Bit, you can go there, see my content as well. So if you do join the Discord, you'll get a lot of our stuff in there as well. So you'll kind of find your way to our channels anyway. But until next Friday, where we will have more to talk about, more to rant about, and more to laugh about. Appreciate all of you that have tuned in, and those of you who will tune in after the fact, appreciate you as well. For myself, Jory and Key, we're out of here. Appreciate y'all. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you back here next Friday on Passion and Precision. All right, bye.
I'll finally be faced the right way. I'm the only one that's not horizontal.
Right.